Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We, the Manual Gearbox Enthusiasts, are in the danger of being wiped out. Yes, that's true. We are also underserved and don't have any options out there in the market today when we want to buy a new car. So, as an endeavor to fight back, as a manual gearbox conservationist, I have decided to start a new video series called Manual Heroes, which will film cars which are having great manual gearboxes and also have the intention to rekindle the joy and the passion of driving manual cars. And for this first episode, I am featuring my second generation 4x4 Fortuner, which is having one of the most underappreciated gearboxes in the market. Have a feel of it. Long throws, but very well defined gates, and I personally love the way it moves from the second to third gear, and that is something which is genuinely lovable about the shift action. But there's this one feature which I would like to highlight, and for that we need to go for a drive. So before we discuss the feature which I wanted to highlight on the Fortuner's gearbox, I would like to give you guys a backdrop of the engine which this gearbox has been paired with. So this is a 2.8 liter, around 170 horsepower, 420 Newton meters of torque. Let's just pay a bit of attention to the torque. 420 Newton meters. I remember back in 2016 November when I had purchased the Fortuner, this was the torquiest diesel manual available in the market at that time, and it continued to stay so because I don't remember or recollect any car which was having a higher torque number available with a manual gearbox other than this Fortuner at 420 Newton meter. There might be a couple of cars now, I don't want to name them, you can do your research. So yes, so that was the Fortuner manual for you that time. And now yes, I would like to also highlight a couple of advantages what the manual gearbox holds over our automatic gearboxes. So not only these are relatively inexpensive to build, they are easier to fix and also very mechanical in nature. So this connects you to the car like no other automatic would, be it the PDKs or the DCTs or the DSGs, the same thing actually, or conventional torque converters or the CVTs. So the manual gearbox holds such a special place in these in our hearts and minds of our enthusiasts that we really need to right now pick the manual cars in the option, because otherwise these auto manufacturers are not going to develop these cars, these gearboxes anymore, and they are just going to eliminate manual options from the variant list altogether. And for that we need to keep where our money, where our mouth is, and also start to buy and select the manual options whenever we have a car in mind which is having a manual gearbox as an option to pick. Not only that, I feel that because the manual gearbox is a difficult job to drive in traffic, yes, traffic can be slightly cumbersome, but overall manual gearbox requires a good amount of attention. I feel that it will also somehow reduce accidents. My analogy is that because of the automatic gearboxes, today people are on their phones also texting, which makes it really dangerous, and that has caused an increase in usage of cell phone while driving. So that, again, the rise of manual gearboxes probably can make the accidents go down as well. Plus, not any or every person can be a fast driver or a good driver with a manual gearbox. So you really require a good levels of basic skills to be driving well any car. Today, an automatic, anyone can drive fast. Anyone is a racer. They are all over Instagram and they are just spoiling the entire, I would say, the name of enthusiast and impersonating to be what they are not. So manual gearboxes really will redefine, distinguish, as well as call out all those fake enthusiasts out there, and that is something what the power of manual gearbox is there. So this is again another advantage of driving a manual gearbox, that you will always be looked out and looked up as a purist out there. Wow, that's second to third gear. So yes, now let's talk about the special feature of this gearbox, which is the IMT. Second to third, third to fourth, all smooth because of the IMT. Fourth to third, auto rev matches because of the IMT. So IMT is nothing but intelligent manual transmission. So this feature is the auto rev match feature, which was again a global first type feature in this segment for these trucks globally, because this, I believe, as far as I recollect correctly, during 2016, no other car or truck in this segment flaunted a auto rev match manual transmission, and that time I believe only Porsche had it. So this really does a great job and makes you feel so good, makes those downshifts particularly really engaging. And I know some people would like to auto rev match, manually rev match with the heel and toe method. I'm not great at that, but I really like and love the feel of a good rev match, and that is provided with this IMT gearbox. So to conclude things, I would like to say that, in fact, I would like to give you some good news that Toyota intends to keep its manual gearbox alive. And I have some proof. The Toyota Tacoma, which always had a manual gearbox, and it recently got its new generation a few months back, has officially announced that it will continue to do so with I believe 3 manual variants in its Tacoma lineup, and that is the same gearbox which the Fortuner will use, and that will have the IMT version too, and updated version of the same gearbox. So that gives us hope, as well as sort of an assurance that the next generation of the Fortuner will continue to have a manual gearbox. And on that positive note, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Manual Heroes.